fellow denizens of the deep. Let's discuss the coming Juggernaut and Reconstruction. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's one of them somewhere, wherever you're at. Hammerhand, the MGTOW monk, back at you. One more time. The coming Juggernaut is going to see a phase called Reconstruction. It's going to see men rise from the ashes of what's left. We're already seeing it. It's easy. If you look around, you can see what's going on. You can see what these people are doing to one another. It's not hard. Not difficult at all. I see men today speaking openly about things that they would not have dared to speak about just a few years ago. The wool was so thoroughly pulled over people's eyes that they couldn't see what was out here. They couldn't see what was going on. I've never seen so many men talking openly about the things that bother them as I have here this last year. And whether I agree with that or disagree with that on any level is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is these men are openly displaying discontent, contempt for a system of governance that harms them, that harms their kids. These people in these positions, these governments, state, local, federal, they make no bones about harming you. And I see that men have decided to make no bones about giving them the high hard one and telling them how they're not just going to go along with this anymore. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Reconstruction is not going to happen the way that people think it's going to happen. You know, you typically have folks that are going to run out there and they're going to say all kinds of shit and do all kinds of shit, and it's going to be a bloodbath, and that will happen. It's going to happen at some point. It'll have to happen. It's just the law of averages. You know what I'm saying? That's going to happen. But how men are going to be rebuilt, you're already seeing if you're paying attention to it. They're just waking up. They're talking. They're talking amongst one another. They're seeing how badly they're being abused and manipulated and used. And it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. It takes a good firm kick in the ass. It takes somebody telling you that they're going to remove your prized possessions from you on behalf of her. Know what I mean? Telling your kids, no, can't see dad this weekend. Sorry, guy. We've got a wedding to go to. Oh no, they're going to the water park. Oh no. We're gonna do extra homework this week, which actually I'm on board with, by the way. American students have far too much time off. But then again, being away from a Marxist indoctrination specialist, like a teacher, it's probably a good thing that they're not in school. So I'm kind of torn. But they'll tell you that. And every time they do that, every man that sees it and survives it that doesn't decide to self-delete. You make a red pillar out of that man. He still may practice some blue pill shit. He still might chase the pussy. But he's always going to be aware. Always. We've even seen it here in this community. Cheers. We've even seen it here, locally, recently. Several men. I'm going to go date. I'm just going to change what I call myself. Or they're going to have somebody jump on them and force them to change. And it still doesn't change the outcome. It doesn't. It won't. It can't. It can't. You can't force people that have been given thousands of years of societal and civic development. It was just handed to them. What do you think is going to happen? What happens to all of the lottery winners that you see that never had money, that never had any money management experience? How many times, countless times, have you heard of these people going through millions or being suckered or being relieved of their cash? How many times have you heard that? I've heard it more times than I can count. It's not untrue. That's what happens when you give everything to people that are used to having nothing. You see? And I'm not suggesting that women never had anything. Women had their place. They had their role in life. And then along comes a little thing called feminism. But long before that, it was gynocracy. Men still ran the world. They ran everything. Today, you can't say that now. You can't. The white man has been made the boogeyman. The black man was the test model. You may agree with that. You may not. You just have to look around, see what time it is. It's easy. It's easy. Easy to see. Now you've got all of these black women coming out talking about how they deserve your respect. They deserve you. If you're a top shelf man, they deserve you. I gets down with them hood niggas. Their words, not mine. Although I have no problem with words. Every once in a while, I'll let it come out and somebody will jump up in the comments. Whoa, whoa, whoa. White man, who gave you permission? I don't need your permission. I don't need your permission. If you can hear it from them, if it can come out of your mouth, if Eazy-E, NWA, and Chubb Rock can sell it to me, I don't need your permission. Your women destroyed you, and you went along with it. But something interesting has happened. You know when you have that nice level, and you start stacking weight over here, and you stack some weight over here, you put a little too much here, it starts to tilt. A little too much here, starts to tilt back. Well, tons were dropped over here, and it launched this shit into orbit. That was men's fault. That was 100% man's fault. Not woman, but man. And now the sling back is coming. The pendulum swing is here. It's here. We point out countless times, myself, other content creators, we point out what's happening. Your mainstream media will pop and hit all around it. They just won't come out and say it. It won't be long. Rags like The Guardian, the Dr. Phil Show, Daytime Talk, CNN, they're onto it. But it's because they want to demonize it. They don't want to understand it. They just want to try to put you back in your role. You see, all of them got to liberate themselves, right? Liberation, expression. They got to do all of that, but you're expected to maintain your frame. Stay in your lane, Mr. Man. Stay in your lane, sir. Don't slut shame her, because then you're a bad person. Don't tell her that she can't have more than 4 dicks while you're married, because you're a bad person. What? You want to keep your baby? You're a bad person. There's only so much of this that any society can engage in before the society implodes and there is a vicious and savage backlash. Your diamond industries are losing trillions. The industries that prop up female validation are losing billions. Your birth rate is plummeting to a level that we've not ever seen. Your marriage rate is making new steps into the new cellar every single time the report comes out. They'll be jumping for fucking joy if it shows 0.5% growth, or if it flatlines and just bottoms out and doesn't lose anything. They'll be jumping for joy. It's how these people work. It's how they operate. Reconstruction, gentlemen, reconstruction. Reconstruction doesn't happen on a societal level. It happens here, individually. I take great comfort in knowing that there are millions of men out here that are building their lives, keeping unto them what is theirs. I take great pleasure in that. I take great pleasure in walking out, riding out, and seeing just as many homeless women on the street corner begging for change as I see men. It's exploded here in the last few days, weeks, months. It's exploded. Welcome to equal rights. You see, these Marxist cunts will tell you all day long, all we want's equality. Haven't you read the book definition of feminism? Don't you know anything, Neanderthal, you knuckle dragger? Yeah. We know enough to know that you mince words. We know enough to know that you're dishonest. We know enough to know that you only have one real legitimate option, and that is to fleece people. Because the women that are out there, and there are some, that are actually making their own money without defrauding men, without throwing false allegations of harassment. Those women that have their house, that have their car, that have their life, they typically do not desire anybody else to be in their shit. So I'm not talking about them, but there aren't many of them. Not at all. And there are even fewer that stand up for what is good, honest, right, and just. They simply don't exist. You'll see some women jump out there and they'll run to an MRA site. Let us on. Let us on. Let us speak for you. We love men. Don't fall for it. As soon as you start to get your shit together, as soon as these females, these succubi out here understand what's going on, and they're starting to, they are going to come to get you. They won't care if you have a bald head. They won't care if you've got a fat belly. They will only care about being fed and taken care of. That's all. All of that plastic nonsense that they pursue, that bewitches them, that entitles them to your cash flow, your flow of spirit and energy, all of that shit will disappear as soon as the pressure gets put on. And believe me, the pressure is on right now. I told you a while ago, ladies, if any of you made it this far, be careful what you wish for. You may get it.